Going to pick up a couple meals for myself and my student who I'm going to interview tonight, Diego. He dressed up like me for Halloween this year. I didn't even know. A teacher told me. And then we took a picture together and it was so cute. So I'm excited for you to get a little taste of his personality in our interview. Hey y'all, it's Kayla Ebby here with the Educator Chipotle Challenge, doing an Educator Shout Out Interview with...
Hi, my name is Diego. I'm in 7th grade and I go to a project-based learning school in Davis, California.
Awesome, Diego. Thank you so much for being a part of this, and let's get started. Diego, name and describe one or more educators who have had a positive impact in your life and how they made a difference for you.
Yeah, of course. So Brittany Griener, we called her Miss Griener. She was just an awesome teacher all around. Every break, I guess I should say, because it was an elementary school, she'd go out and play basketball with us. Her work was like other teachers. Their work was like you do it and you do it. You have to do it. But with her, it was like either like you didn't get it, she would like tell you everything about it, and if you were ever feeling down, she would always pull you back up, just with a joke or just like anything. So yeah, that's probably I probably have a couple more, but yeah, that's really the biggest one.
Nice. And what grades did you have her?
I have her in 5th grade only.
5th grade?
Yeah.
Nice. And she made that big of a difference for you?
Yeah.
Just by really putting the time and effort into making sure that you understood what you were doing in
and
class,
just
like
everybody,
content, everybody.
Yeah, just not even about school. She'd see you out of school and give you a major hug, and she just
Sounds like she really cared about you.
Yeah.
About you all. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Give her one more shout out.
Brittany Griener.
Yeah, Brittany Griener. Well done. Sounds like you made a difference in Diego's life and others in his class. Probably many more. The way that you describe her. Diego, from your perspective as a student, what resources are necessary to have at school that support your mental, social, and emotional health and well-being?
Yeah, I'd say people like you that you can just talk to whenever you want without judgment or anything. You can talk to them and they'll listen for days and days and days. Another one is time to go outside and get all of our energy out. That's a huge one, at least for me. And a lot of my friends say that too.
So what times during the day are those?
Probably like I wouldn't say before school, because that's just like a morning, like no one really wants to play. But lunch is a big part of like my day. That's just to get everything out. And PE is a pretty big part of my day too. I just run PE as hard as I can, whenever I can.
Yeah, does that help you focus on academics when you have that time, that break, that like physical activity break?
Yeah, it does definitely. It'll take me like 5-10 minutes to get back into the groove of like, oh, I'm in class again, I have to start doing work.
Right.
But yeah, that's a huge part of my day.
Diego, you mentioned having a school counselor that you can talk to without judgment and just work through anything that you're thinking about. Having time throughout your day to have physical activity to get your energy out and be ready to focus. Is there anything else that you believe is necessary at school?
I'd say project-based learning is a big one for me, at least. I think it helps really everybody at the school. Everyone loves it. And it's just so unique and nice to have a teammate that you can always talk to about your work. Like personally, it's a little harder to get work done when I don't really know what's like happening or what like a first sentence to start it off. So teammates are always there to just be like, so yeah, these are the ideas that we need, and this is a way that you can put it, and then they say it, and I can either, like, I won't copy it, but I can put it in my own words. They just give me a definition of, like, what needs to go into the paragraph or sentence or assignment or anything.
Yeah. So working with other people, you think is contributing to your mental, social, emotional health and well-being, and just that kind of learning environment and style?
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a more traditional educational setting?
Yeah. My last school here, it was you had your own desk. You had they'd talk, and then you'd do your work, and then they'd talk, and then you'd try to do your work. And it was really hard to focus because lectures aren't really my best. I like our teachers, like, they'll be talking while they're doing it, and like everyone will be listening. Yeah, so that really helps me. Everything's like at least a project. That really helped me a lot. Just transferring over to I'm pretty good at projects, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah, you seem like a pretty good collaborator, and you're easy to get along with. So I can see.
I try to be,
Yeah, I can see the PBL experience being beneficial for you, and it sounds like it's been helpful with being able to focus. And I mean, you're pretty social, so
Yeah.
it seems like you're excelling in that area. What advice would you share with your 5th grade with Mrs. Griener, right?
Yeah. Probably for Miss Griener, I love her and everything, but probably like be more of a student to her, not as a friend. Like, I loved being her friend out of school, but in school I needed to like do a little more work than talking to her and socializing and having and having fun, and yeah.
That's what you would tell your 5th grade self?
Yeah.
To focus a little bit more on academics and still be friendly and social and like get to know her.
Yeah.
It's a tough balance, and when you when you're so socially inclined and skilled and personable, I can understand that balance is kind of hard to find.
Yeah.
But do you feel like you've gained that balance at our school?
Oh yes, most definitely. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Is there any other advice that you would give your 5th grade self or any other students that might be watching this video?
Always do your work. Stay on top of your work, and don't be lazy in your work. I've learned that over the years.
How have you learned that?
Well, just like just being lazy. Like, I'd say, like, when I was littler, I would never put punctuation on anything, like anything I would ever do. And I think that's a good habit to build up earlier, because now, I have to be like, oh, did I put punctuation? And I can't just be like, oh, yeah, I need to put a period here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Building those habits early.
Yeah. I think that's a huge thing.
That's awesome. All right, Diego, is there anything else that you would like to share with educators or students watching?
For educators, probably just always be there for your students whenever they need a helping hand or anything like that. For us students, I'd probably say, I had a brain fart.
That'll happen sometimes. Have fun. Sometimes we'll have fun.
I can't remember now.
But laugh, have fun. You see, this is why we record. Like, as we're having a conversation, I know better. You don't remember that part? You were saying have fun and like it's.
Yeah.
Just so you know, we're gonna keep that part in there. That was a fun little.
Yeah.
That was a fun little moment.
Yeah.
Except now, did you forget again?
No.
Okay.
For us students, I'd say always have fun in school. It's not like dreadful. Even some days I'm like, oh, I have to go to school. But when I get there, I get to see all my friends, have fun, play basketball at lunch, have fun with the teachers. The teachers at this project-based learning school are amazing. So, yeah, that's really all.
Yeah, and who did you shout out to?
Brittany Griener, yeah.
Shout out to Mrs. Griener.
Yeah.
Brittany Griener. Do you still connect with Mrs. Griener?
Yes, a lot actually.
Yeah?
I go and like get donuts with her sometimes, and
Nice.
yeah, I
That's
see her
awesome.
around town and stuff. It's pretty nice.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
the good stuff, folks. That shows you right there why Mrs. Griener has affected Diego and probably other students so deeply, is that connection, that care and desire to get to know her students beyond just what you're capable of in math or in science or, the content areas that she's teaching, but seems to care about you as a whole person.
Yes, most definitely.
Shout out to Brittany Griener.
Mrs. Griener all the way.
Yeah. Do you know if she's still teaching 5th grade?
No, she recently had a baby,
Congrats, Mama.
so I think she's off for a little bit.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Diego, you remember this Halloween who you dressed up as?
Yes.
No. Who was that?
You.
I had no idea. And then a teacher told me, have you seen Diego today? He's dressed up like you. And I think students were coming up to me and saying that too. And I was like, I gotta find him. So I found you. And we took a picture. What inspired that?
I have no clue. It was just I came home at night and I was like, I don't have anyone to be. Like I don't have a Halloween costume. Thinking, Miss Evie pops up into my head, and I'm just like, oh yeah, have to go.
Was it Halloween? Now I'm thinking like, was it twinsies or was it Halloween?
No, it was the day before Halloween.
And and I think I was a no cost costume Minnesotan because I'm a Minnesotan and I have clothes that I wore in Minnesota, like my flannel and like all warm stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was awesome. You were cute with all the suspenders and the glasses, and at that time my hair was faux hawked and your hair was faux hawked a little bit. That was one of the highlights of my year for sure. Diego, thank you so much for being part of the Educator Chipotle Challenge by doing an Educator Shout Out Interview.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's a pleasure being your school counselor.
Yeah.
All right, hon. Peace out, everybody.
See you
Take
guys
care of
later.
yourself.